So we're factoring today by grouping. Reminder, you have used this before for months. We're going to factor 6x squared plus x minus 2. You've got a, b, c. It's a quadratic trinomial. What number is in front of the x?
6.
What's in front of x squared? What's in front of x? 1. So make sure you multiply a times c. And that would give me negative 12. So I'm multiplying to negative 12 and adding to 1. I'll let you ponder that for a sec. What would that be, Addie? What do we got? 4. So positive 4, negative 3. Agreed. Remember, when we're factoring by grouping, we then take those two numbers and put them where? Yeah, and for b, so they go in the middle. Your a term stays the same, your c term stays the same. You replace the b. Plus 4x minus 3x. Now it's 4 terms, plug for today, and we do what again? Split. So split it, and I take the GCF of each side, so I look on the left. 6 and 4 both divide by 2. It doesn't matter. You could, yeah. And then we can also take out x. So we'll go ahead and do that. That would get me a GCF out in front of 2x. And if I divide that, I would get 3x plus 2. That's all right. Your GCF of the second half, you got to take out something. So 1, but do you see how I have negative 3x first? So I should do negative 1. So divide each term by negative 1. And we are left with, it should be the same thing, right? So 3x, positive 3x, and then negative 2 divided by negative 1, positive 2. Then you pull your GCFs together. And then the one that's the same as your other parentheses. So reminder, these two come down and go here. Those do not even look like arrows. Let's try again. Okay. And then 3x plus 2. This is something we should already know how to do. What you see here on this middle step where you had 4 terms, do you see that? What we're doing today, everything will have 4 terms. So you're going to treat it the exact same way. You're going to split it, GCF, GCF, pull it back together at the end. It's the exact same process, which you should already know how to do. So these all have 4 terms, except now instead of just an exponent, a degree of 2, it's now higher than that. But we still treat it the same way. It's got 4 terms, so you can split it down the middle. Your GCFs now will be a little bit bigger or a little bit more. All right, so if we split it, what's our GCF of the left side? X squared. We take out the lowest exponent. So we'll go ahead and deal with that side. I bring out x squared and divide it out. Leaves me with x. My second term would just be now we look at the right. There is a 1 right here. So I only really have one option. What can I take out from the right side or divide out? Yeah, so make sure you do negative 1 because it's negative 1x. Negative 1, negative 1. That's your GCF out in front. Divide it out, and I get now positive x, positive 4. Just like before, your parentheses should match. That's how you know you've done it right. Pull these together. X squared minus 1. X plus 4. Do not box your answer. This one is special, and actually we're not done. So if you could put your phone away. Sometimes this will happen. This is called factoring completely, which means that you always need to check and see if there's anything else that you can do. Look at this parentheses right here. You should notice something for me. We're not done. Because this is an example of what? Yeah, this is a difference of squares. X squared is a perfect square, 1's a perfect square, and then you've got a negative sign. So you can do square root, plus minus, or you can think about it, since a is 1, two numbers that multiply to negative 1 and add to 0 would be what and what? Thanks. Negative 1, positive 1. Okay, so you get x plus 1, x minus 1. That one factors further, so you need to start recognizing difference of squares. When I see it, I know it's going to be plus, minus, the same thing. And then your other factor remains the same. So we always check and see, am I actually done, or can I factor it a little bit further? So now it's done. What you had here, if you want to make a note, this is called, remember, this is called difference of squares. You're looking out for that. Minus sign, perfect squares. Then we're done. Number 10, your GCF should be x squared. Please make sure when you divide it out, you get 3x plus 1. You have to have something in that second spot. Anything divided by itself, x squared divided by x squared is 1. So these pop together. 3x plus 1. You should always check it on number 10. Does this parentheses x squared plus 3, is that difference of squares? No. Because you have to have what? You have to have a subtraction sign, and 3 is not a perfect square. So no, you're done. There's no GCFs or anything, so we're good. You can even try number 12 if you want to keep going. Go for it. It'll just take me a second. 6, 6. On number 11, your first parentheses, y squared plus 6. Can that one go any further? Do we have difference of squares? No, because it's not a minus sign. It's not perfect squares, so you should be done. So split it. 2, k to the third, k to the third. Oh, wait, 5k, right? Okay, almost missed it. K minus 10, so if you pull back together, you have 2k to the third plus 5k. The other parentheses, you have k minus 10. Okay. Let's look at this one carefully. Please look at the parentheses in black here. Okay, this is again factoring completely. This is not difference of squares, obviously, because you have a plus sign. This is not perfect cubes, because your second term, 5k, is not a perfect cube, neither is 2. What can you still do with that parentheses? GCF. Okay, so you have to take out a GCF. Look back at the beginning. What should we have done before we started? What can you take out from all 4 terms? K, yeah, GCF of K. So there is a GCF here, so I wouldn't you do it this way, so you maybe learn your lesson. This is not a bad thing, but you should always check for a GCF first, even on ones like these where there's 4 terms. So it's not a huge deal, but you now need to take out a GCF because you can't leave it like this. So we'll divide by K. which brings that out in front, and then you think about, okay, if I divide by k, that means that now it becomes 2k squared plus 5, and you still have k minus 2, or k minus 10, sorry. Now it's done. That's not difference of squares. You're good. Now you can actually be done with the problem. So please, 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 always look for a GCF first. If you miss it, then you have to go back and take it out at the end. So that's why we did a GCF here.